Okay, so what I want to do now is I've already made my web pages so that it will show a table of data. So when we show the books, once we're logged in, uh, then it shows all my books here. Right, so I've got a button here which doesn't do anything at the moment. We'll sort that out in a bit. I've got a picture, thumbnail picture that I put in there, and then I've got all my books here. Okay, so a few things to do. So the first thing I want to do is instead of showing a table, I'd like it to show cards. So if I go to Bootstrap 4, so I want something really that looks like this. So I want an image of the book, details of the book, maybe with some the title, the author, the publisher, and then I want here add to the basket. That's what I might like to do. So that's really what I want. So let's find that bit here. So here we go. This is this one, isn't it? I'll have the card image at the top, and I want that. Okay, so what this does here is it shows me the code that I need. Just like with the table, this is the code that I need. So I'm going to copy that in a minute. Let me just go back to my Visual Studio Code. So what we had before is here we had make a table for all of the data. So what I want to do instead is I don't want to make a table. I want to make cards for each book. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put it in the same place, all books. Okay, and I want to make a new subroutine which says create cards. Data's the same. So I'm not going to make a table. I'm going to comment that out just for demonstration. So you can do both. You don't need both, but it'll show you that we're not doing anything different. All that stuff where we got the data is all there. And this time, instead of choosing to make a table, I'm going to choose to make cards. Okay. And just to demonstrate that to you, I'm going to copy this function, create table, and I'm going to change that to say create cards. Okay. Now in create table, this was the code that I needed to make. Now, I don't need to do that, do I? I need to make this card here. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put that in here instead. So we're going to go through the same process, and we're going to make this card. Okay, so what you can see here, if I just reorganize it, I've got a div, which is class card. I've got an image at the top, and that's inside this class card. And I've got a div class card body, and I've got a heading 4, a paragraph, and a hyperlink here, which is a button. Okay, so that's what I need to make instead. Okay, so I don't need any headers now. Okay, so I'm not going to make, so I'm going to make a card. So this line here. Okay, so it says class card and it says style equals width 400. Okay, well, let's just do that as an example and let's see how that works out. So instead of table, I want card. Now we can do any div, anything that we're going to make. Okay, the class is card. So this is got now, it's a style. So that's going to be a property. Okay, and the property is style. So it's a key value pair, and we're going to put this inside it. Okay, so there's my card. That's my outer card. I don't need any of these, but I do need an image. Okay, and I've already got code for an image somewhere down here. Okay, so let's delete that. So make the card element. Okay, so that'll make the card elements. Now I need to make the image. So I've just made the outer bit. Now I need to make the image. So let's put some comments in. Make the image. Now I need to add the image to the card. This is my comments. This is what I wanted to do. This is why comments are very useful. And then make the card body. And I need to let's just add the elements to the card body. Okay, we'll get there in a minute. Right, so let's make the image first. So here's my image. So I'm going to copy that code. Okay. So I need to make the image. So we need to get the data from somewhere, don't we? So the data's here. Okay. And what I'm going to do, we're going to make cards, are going to be individual cards. So this loop here is no longer applicable, is it? This, we're going to go through the data. This loops through the items of data. So we should be in here, really, shouldn't we? So all this stuff here, let's pop that into our loop. So everything else, into our loop, we're going to go through our data. So none of this anymore is applicable because that was to do with the table. Okay, so we don't need to do anything outside of the loop. We just need to do stuff in the loop. We're making one card at a time. So we're going to make a card. Okay, there's my card. And then we're going to, let's get rid of these messages. We'll do them in a minute. And there's my image. So that should get me my image. So we know that the image, we know the key for the image is in our database. Go up here to my database, and in book, my image is in the table field called cover. Okay, so if I put cover there, so there's no mystery about that. That is my image, and that's the alternative for that. So that makes the image. Okay, and then I can add the image to the card. So I'll say my card dot append, and then my image. Okay, now there was a class in here, so we got a class card image top. Okay, so I'm going to grab that, Control C. So I need to in here dot add class. Think card image top. There we go, and that will make it so it sits at the top. So that's that line because I've got the source, I've got the alt. And now I need to make another div for the card body. And you see what I'm doing? I'm just building up the elements here. This is all dynamic. We're creating, but we have to create what we need to create. So for the card, it's this. Let me just check how long I've got left in this video. Where are we going? We're here. Yeah, we've got plenty of time. Okay, so I'm going to make the card image, so card body. So let's say card body equals, and then I've got to say dollar, and then it's a div. Okay, and then I'm going to add class to it. So the card body, the class is card body. So I'm going to copy that. Okay, there we go. And then let's make the elements. So let's pop it up here. So we need the title. That'll be a card title. We need some text to go in it, and we need a button. Okay, so I'm going to say let my title equals, it's got to be H4, I think it is. Yeah, it's a H4. So H4 is just an element, and that's how we define the element. So we put it in quotes though. Okay, and it's got a class, and this class is card body. Add class and card body. If you were doing with this materialize, then you would have to use the materialize classes. Okay, and you would see those. No, it's not card body, is it? It's card title. Sorry, me getting distracted. So this is the card title, and then it also needs some text in there. So HTML, the text is the title. So I've already got that here. And we're in a loop. So we've got a title. So we've got data and index, and we've got title. So we're just going around this loop here. Okay, so that's made the title. So I could add that to the card body. So I'm going to say card body, dot append, and then my title. And I could add other things into here now. Okay, so what else shall we add into there? So we've got the title. We'll add some text. So we need to make a P. I'm just going to put the publisher into there for the minute. Okay, so let's just copy that. So we got that here. Yeah, so I'm going to say dollar $P. So let's say let my content equals that. What shall I put in there? Dot add class is card text. Card text and dot HTML. Let's put the publisher in. Okay, so I'm just going to take that. Oh, let's put the author in. Let's put in there. Author plus database. We've got a few minutes left. Might get to do it. Let's just do publisher, author. Okay, and then we'll add the button as well. We've got a button in here somewhere. Here we go. So let's get rid of that. And let's get rid of that. Should be okay. So I'm going to add a button. So I'm just going to stop now because my video is going to run out. So I'm going to come back and finish this off.